Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to Ircha Gaming. I'm going to tell you today all the things that has happened recently, so this is an update video. I'm gonna tell you all about all my recent collabs. They have been really interesting and I've done a lot of things that I haven't done before. The first news that I want to tell you about is that I was in an article, a real legit article on a real legit website. This article, we did this back in February, the 3rd of February. A guy called Jeremy reached out to me on email and asked me if he could do an interview with me regarding an article that he wanted to write. It is called No Longer a Boys Club, Women in Gaming. So he interviewed me, and that video you can see with a link in the description on his channel. So much noise outside, okay. He's kicking off his podcast called Assassin Cast. Check it out. Link in the description and also link to the article. So both the video interview in full length actually. I talk about my YouTube and what I feel like when I am being a woman in gaming. Being a girl with a hobby that could be viewed as stereotypical boys hobby. I know it isn't, but stereotypically. So that is what he wanted to take care of in this article. It's really interesting. Have a look, and I'm really proud, and thank you so much for writing this article about me. The article is up at Soapbox, spbx.com. Another interview I did was by No Name Podcast. A Norwegian YouTube channel reached out to me and asked if he could have me on his first podcast. I said yes because I like to help out my fellow Norwegian YouTubers. We did this the 30th of March. It is an interview in English. I talk about what inspired me to start YouTube. I talk about the upcoming Super Smash Bros. And why I'm not hyped actually. Yeah, you get the answers in this video. Link to this video as well in the description box. I started with YouTube actually in 2006. I mean, YouTube was very different back then. For 10 years it was just Ircha and just random stuff. But now I have more of a goal with my channel. Yes, I was really inspired by a YouTuber that I was watching, and I have been watching for many years on YouTube. And that is Happy Console Gamer. He sat down, he has like a setup with his games behind him and a table, and he like sits down by the table then, and he just goes on and on about his memories and how it was like gaming back in the day, like a storytelling kind of YouTuber. And that is when I started to take out a table. I tried to be a little like him, I guess. I was very inspired. I used the daylight. I remember that I had to plan like when it was the best daylight in order to film, because I didn't have studio lights like I have now though. So yeah. I am not hyped, and to be honest, I don't see why everyone was so surprised. It's like, oh my god, we're getting Super Smash Bros. For the Switch. I'm like, yes, we knew this.
Yeah.
It is essentially, down to the core, just a fighting game. And I have never been into fighting games. It is not my style of game, you know. Sugar-coated fighter game.
Yeah, for me...
Oh my god, I'm gonna get so much hate from saying that.
No.
So the 24th of March, I was on Spawnwave's Spawncast. The big podcast, one of the biggest in gaming, I would say, really popular nowadays and has been for quite some time. Spawnwave's channel has really exploded and his content is really high quality. He covers a lot of news in gaming, unlike anything I have ever seen actually. So I'm very happy that I was invited on his podcast called Spawncast. I was together with RGT85 and Wood from Beat 'em Ups and Player Essence OJ, etc. So really fun podcast I did, glad I did it. I've never been on a bigger event online before, so it was kind of a new experience for me and a tiny bit outside of my comfort zone, not gonna lie. But it was a fun experience and you can check it out with the link in the description as well.
I've always wanted a big TV, like my whole life. I've just bought whatever was cheap, and I finally decided to save up and get a nice one, and I'm definitely happy I did.
How many inches do you have? Just kidding.
Next question.
Like, what do you guys pay for a new game over there?
Well, apparently 60 in Delaware.
60, yeah.
$59.99. Please.
$48.
I pay like 67.
Yeah, if you got
The
Best Buy.
Norwegian standard is, well, when I converted it is 77. And actually my Pro Control, this thing was 116 US dollar converted from Norwegian. I'm not
was
even kidding.
totally worth it. It's okay. It was totally worth it.
Another collab video that I did quite recently, I would say, is on Smash JT's YouTube channel. I entered my insane Super Smash Brothers predictions. You can check that out as well, link in the description for that one too. I was together with Nintendo and Rigged Games and Mad Little Pixel, and of course Smash JT. So we talk about what we think will be coming in the Super Smash Brothers coming, you know, for the Nintendo Switch pretty soon. Now, a super fun collab that I joined was actually on Happy Console Gamer's channel. I got to collab with him. I'm so happy that he asked me to join this. I was very surprised when he asked me to join this collab. It is a collab together with Alpha Magazine, Game Dave, and GameSack Joe. The video is called Top 10 Switch Games I Shoved in My Ass. And legit, you get to see Johnny Millennium shove. Check that video out for sure. Must watch. I've actually shown that video to all my friends. Legit, I have. I have watched that so many times. It's hilarious. You gotta watch it if you haven't. So April the 21st, I was on Coin Slot Saturday podcast on JKB. Back with another episode on JKB's channel. Very happy to be invited to that. It was my favorite podcast I have ever done. I don't know. It had interesting topics and I really enjoyed being on there. That was more in my comfort zone, if I can say that. So I hope to be invited again on Coin Slot Saturday. JKB back with another episode. So yeah, JKB is a hilarious guy. You should check out his channel, of course. We are good friends here on YouTube. When it comes to GameCube, it will be coming, Virtual Console. We just have to wait. And besides, I think that if the Virtual Console was released with the console, the indie market would not be as successful as it is.
Which is actually a valid thing to say, because the indie market on that Switch is like a juggernaut.
Wouldn't be the same if the Virtual Console was out 1 year ago. No one would even look at an indie title. They would rather spend their money on an old title that they knew that they would play, like Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Sunshine. Another collab that I did is actually I did my makeup on Tiny Hats' channel. You know, Tiny Hats, my best friend in the world. So check out that video as well. We talk about video games. So don't be put off by the fact that we are applying our makeup. We are talking about video games through the entire video. So what else is new? I kind of recently just got home from Retrospillmessen, the biggest retro gaming convention in Scandinavia. It was down in Sandefjord, Norway. I got to meet other YouTubers like the completionist Gerard. I met him last year as well because he was invited to that convention last year as well. So, and I also met the Dex people. And I got to meet the voice of Mario, Charles Martinet, along with a lot of other YouTubers from Norway, and that was just so much fun. Videos from the convention is coming soon because it takes some time to edit this one. This one is edit heavy. I just now made a video called All My Videos from 2017. Check that one out. I put a little clip of all my videos from the entire year of 2017 into one video of 4 minutes perhaps. So you can see my progression through the year, you know. That was very fun to do. I am soon at 10k subscribers and I have a special surprise for everyone when that happens. Stay tuned for that one. I'm very much looking forward to posting the special video I have ready for that day. So the last news of today is that a beer accident happened with a lot of my electronic equipment. My vlogging camera died and my Joy-Cons died, so I got new ones. These are the new ones. My Switch survived this accident, but my Pro Controller didn't. My Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Pro Controller, that is limited edition and everything, it didn't make it. But I luckily found it again online, so I have bought a new one. It is coming soon. But now my Switch looks like this, and I actually always wanted the green and the pink Joy-Cons. Happy I got them. Now follow my Twitter for everything else news with Ircha Gaming, and thank you so much for watching this little video, and I will see you later. Bye!